Hey Pisces, welcome back to Deku Tarot. Welcome to your weekly reading for June 8th through the 14th of 2020. Alrighty, so Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We're going to get right into the tarot aspect just because I know the weeklies are late. I know the monthlies are late. I am working as hard as I can on all of them. It is incredibly hard to be an energy worker, to be tapped into the universal consciousness and energy right now. It's very difficult, and on a personal level this has been affecting me in a very deep and very intense way. So I do apologize for things being late, and I'm working on them as best as I can, and I thank you for your continued patience, love, and support. All right, do check me out over on Instagram for more content and to chat with me there, okay? All right, let's get into this here. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, June 8th through the 14th. Interesting. Okay. So we're going to go with what we got, and we're definitely going to need some clarifiers. You have some, I would say, okay, 4 out of 6 cards here are major arcana. So let's just talk about that there for a second. Your first two cards out here are very intense. We have the World and the Tower. And they're both reversed. Oh, if I can hold it, that is. And they're both reversed. Let me get a sip of water, actually, guys. It is so incredibly hot in here right now. Wow. Like suddenly, I don't know what just happened, but I feel like it just got 10 degrees hotter, and maybe that's just how you guys are feeling. You know, the temperature is rising, and the World reversed with the Tower card reversed. It's such a closed off, internalized, explosive feeling here, where something within you that you have built up needs to come to a close, needs to end. And for some of you, it's quite painful. And yet in other ways, I think, let me try to get a card here to better describe this kind of combination. So when the World is reversed, I feel, I don't know, I can't say it any other way. Usually it comes to me as a different thing, but it feels very much like your world is just upside down right now. You feel your own world is upside down. You feel that the end of something is near, and you're just feeling very low about a lot of things. But at the same time, you're going through a lot of internal destruction and change, something that you have built up to be one way, something that you only ever seen one way. This is a self-imprisonment kind of energy. You have locked yourself in a prison of some type, or have been oppressed by something that has grown deeply within you, has grown within you, and is now exploding from within. So there's a lot of internal change and endings to something that you've built up in your head as maybe not being able to change, as not being able to move forward. But regardless, let me just pull some clarifiers here, because this is such huge energy in this reading. Yeah, it's a new path forward, because the time to take out and work through some of these more negative aspects, these more more negative things here with the Ace of Wands and the Judgment card. This really begs for a new path forward, a new way of speaking, a new way of showing our truth. You know, maybe we've buried down a lot of deep oppressive energy here. There's been something that has been buried down within you so deeply and has hurt you very much, and you now are letting it go, and you're ready to reckon with it. You're ready to stop denying some aspect of yourself, and there's a huge moment of reckoning of the past, of your past self, of areas that need to be let go of, that need you to change here. And I really, really like that it comes up this way, because it's just, I mean, look at these other cards here. We have, where's that other guy? I don't know why I want to call him something else. That's the Emperor. I don't know why. I almost just called him the King of Wands. But I mean, similar kind of energy here, especially with this giant wand. But when you get the Judgment card here, and the Tower and the World, these cards all ask you to cards ask you to change, and to say what needs to be said, to speak something that's within you that needs to be spoken. Whether it's destructive or not, it needs to come out, and you need to find a better way of communicating and dealing with that. And it puts you here, Queen of Cups, which is a card that is very associated, you know, with Cancer, Pisces kind of energy there. And with the Page of Pentacles, we are nurturing empathetically a seed here, a seed of love that has been planted, a seed that is planted with our feelings, with our emotions. Our emotions about this are on point, and the way that we are feeling this week is okay, whether it's really emotional or not, or more internalized emotions that are coming out, and something is breaking down, and what comes from it is so beautiful, and really asks you to plant this beautiful new seed of growth, of a better and stronger, more, how do I say this with the Emperor here? How do I even put this into words? Let me just look at these guys for a second. Because they both have ways of going about things. And I would say they're not far off of each other, but he definitely takes more power and control. And it's being strong about how you feel authority should be driven and how you feel about your own stance on this. It's taking power and having the courage to stand in your power, to stand in what you have to say, and to know that the seeds that you are planting and that you're approaching this with love, empathy, understanding, and a real grounded sense, grounded and also emotionally balanced way of looking and feeling about this situation that causes you to really prove how much you've grown and the energy that you're stepping into. You do have something to say. It's important. And you have the courage to approach this with not destructive energy, but with a very empowered, loving, courageous response. She does not tame this lion or deal with it with anger. She doesn't whip it, hurt it. She's petting it, loving it, despite it being this great beast that could destroy her at any moment, that you could fight with, that could turn the whole situation on its head. But the situation is love, and the connection between them is ever-giving love. She has that infinity symbol above her head, to infinitely have courage, to have the perseverance to keep going, and to continue to give freely love. Let me get these cards here. I feel like there's another one that really wants to come out, but it's seeking liberation this week, and liberation from what you've been feeling and what you've needed to say. You're liberating that aspect of yourself. You're liberating your words and driving it forward in a very, again, very beautiful, very courageous. There's a lot of courage that comes in this week. Okay, let's get this here. Make sure not to get, I don't know why, the Nine of Cups almost seems like a warning to me. Don't get too satisfied on a high horse. Be willing to appreciate and love other people here. Be willing to come at a situation with understanding and not, you know, I'm on my high horse and you're below me. And even if you do feel that way, okay, in whatever the situation is, there's emotional growth, there's emotional satisfaction that comes with being able to drive oppositions into a like mind and into unity moving forward, to move towards something greater, to stand in the driver's seat of something that brings two very opposing forces together in a positive direction. And that's going to feel good, but you can only do that if you've got the courage and if you've got the oomph, and I really do think that you guys do. You've looked down the well. You're used to this. You're Pisces. And you're ready now. You've confronted that crayfish. You've confronted your deep denial, your inner fears, anything that's coming out that needs to be reckoned with. Because instinctually, we can act on instinct, yes, like these wolves, but we can also realize that there's deeper things coming up, and maybe not to act on instinct on them, but instead to reckon with it, to understand it, and to grow from it, and to courageously speak what is coming out if it needs to be spoken, and if it can bring something together, if it can enact change. And I feel that it can this week. You guys are standing up in a really beautiful and empowered way, making some change. And again, it just feels like you're bringing something out from within you. You're destroying something. There is a real major, like, like crumbling and destroying and coming out the other end from within here. You guys are looking down the well, going down there, fighting your demons, coming out and speaking it. And that's just very, very, very beautiful and very powerful this week. So many major arcana. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 major arcana are on the table. Let's go to Lynn Viander's Oracle deck because this is crazy. For Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Jeez, guys. Okay. Could also be dealing with... I'd be surprised if you're dealing with a fire sign or a very negative paternal force this week. Or, I mean, this could be, because the Emperor keeps coming out, it could be more like a government or an overall, like, you know, management system, boss, again, government kind of way. That you're coming up against some big power here. In a very courageous, beautiful, and driven way. Take that. Oh, all right. Card popped right out without me even noticing. Okay, flow. Beautiful card here. The flower of your being begins to bloom when you move with the flow of life. This is a process of letting go, of moving your consciousness out of your mind and into your body mind, which is an inch or two below your navel. Feel your receptivity as you become still. Watch the river flow as if you were a mountain high above. Be serene, at ease, and totally within your power. Then let the waterfall of life work for you as you become like a twig carried on the surface of rushing water. Become one with the river, dissolving the sense of mind and living totally in your instinctual nature. Let go and relax into the internal flow. Beautiful messages this week, Pisces. Thank you so much for all of your support. Leave me a comment. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and follow me over on Instagram if you want to book a private reading. All my info is always below the videos in the description box, along with my code for 30% off of any numerology, astrology, and compatibility analysis, charts and analysis readings. I feel like I always call them the wrong thing, from Truly Divine. They're really incredible. They're like super in-depth. They literally go from like 17 to 22 pages on these things, and they're so well done. So check them out, guys. Give them a shot if you're looking for that. And again, you can use my code Deku30 as many times as you want. You can share it as many times as you want and have them use it as well. So take advantage of that and check them out, and have a wonderful and blessed week, guys. Thank you so much. Namaste.